Good morning. Still in the tent. I'll stay in here for a second and block the wind. It is pretty windy. The water situation is going to be a little precarious because I did get my comments on Far Out to update last night. I had a little bit of cell service, and I'm like 2.5 for a resupply box, and it showed the other day, as of the 21st, which is like 5 days ago, there were 20 gallons. And the guy who refills it said he was going to be refilling it with another 25 gallons on the 25th, which was yesterday. And the last two comments on there yesterday are that it's empty and there's no water. I do have 2 liters. The next, there's several possibilities of caches where the people put there's 3 gallons here, 4 gallons here, or maybe a dirty pond. But there's supposed to be good water in 14.5. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I can make it 14 miles, especially in this colder weather, with my 2 liters. So, not overly worried, but it would be nice if the water was there. Alrighty, it is about 5 after 6, and I'm ready to walk away from my camp. I did not make coffee this morning. If I have to conserve water, I don't want to start my day with a diuretic, so I may make some coffee later when I get water. I tried to put a little extra charge on my phone this morning, but I got an alert that said there was water in the charge port. Not sure where the water came from. Everything's dry. It's chilly, mostly because of the wind. It didn't get down to freezing. I'm pretty sure it's upper 30s. There's no frost or anything like that on anything. So after I was done filming last night, I was eating dinner, or maybe even done with dinner, at 7:15. 2 young kids walked by. All right, that water cache was kind of a bust. I didn't get any water. So I think it was the people who passed me last night. I got to their camp this morning as they were walking out. So they were right ahead of me. We walked 15 feet apart for a bit, and then they stopped for a second, but they're not far behind me. So I checked the water cache. There was one clear water bottle, partially full, but it was flagged with red ribbons. So I'm not sure if that was for someone personal. And then I checked, the jugs were all white, old milk jugs or something. They weren't regular water. Several that I tried were all empty. So I just kept going. All right, the 2 people that were just behind me took a road walk and then cut back to the trail, but I could see them up in the distance. They skipped with some trail. So they're up ahead. Just past 2 other guys packing up their tents. And they're like, oh yeah, there's water in a tank up half mile that way. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I've got enough for now. I don't know what the deal is with Far Out. It shows that I'm 500 feet off trail, and I am clearly right on the trail. And I've even seen signage showing that it's the AZT, but this shows that the red line, Far Out shows that the red line is way that way. I was hopeful that this water would be here. There was about 2.5 gallons. The 2 girls that were ahead of me were filling up when I got here. And they're like, you need water? There's plenty. So we all took a little bit, and we left a little over a gallon there. So that now I have plenty of water. It's a few minutes after 9, so I've been away from camp about 3 hours. I stopped a little early. I wanted to get a snack, and I wanted to take my pants off and my mid layer off, and I got to put my shorts on. As soon as I stopped to do that, the wind started picking up. When I stopped, the 2 girls that I've been leapfrogging with caught up, and I said, yeah, I thought today was supposed to be 50-mile-an-hour winds. The one said, oh, that was last night. So I thought it was supposed to start last night and be all day today, but as soon as I said that, wind started blowing. It's not bad right now. I knew the other girl looked really familiar, and I couldn't figure out where it was from. And then it dawned on me. She worked at the Notch Hostel
on my AT through hike and drove the shuttle there. So it's always fun seeing people on these trails. There's so many of us that are just trail bums. I guess that's what I'm becoming. And then as I was packing up to walk away, a resident who I camped with, man, I don't know, a while back, coming out of Pine, the first night up on the Mogollon Rim in the snow, we camped together, and I haven't seen him since. So he said he was camped just a few miles back, or 6 miles back. I think so he must have done a really big day yesterday. Either that or started later in town. Anyway, he's up ahead of me now. He said he's going to do 1 more mile before he does his breakfast break. But I was ready for my breakfast break. It's been lovely hiking. I haven't checked, but I'm probably close to 9 miles. It's mostly been a dirt road walk for several miles. And there's an actual tank with a pipe flowing good right there. It is only 11:15, but I've done like 14 and a half trail miles almost, like 14.3, and then a third of a mile or whatever up here to this tank. I'm gonna go and eat lunch early so I can drink a bunch of water and then fill everything up on the way out, because we've got like 17 miles to water, so that'll be sometime tomorrow, mid-morning, before I get water again. I'm gonna try to talk fast between wind gusts. That was a really good water source. The two girls, Sugar and I don't know the other one's name, were out there taking their lunch break. I took lunch, ate my lunch early. They were still there when I left. Resident got there when I was there. So it seems like at least today, we have like this little bubble of 4 that are kind of leapfrogging, and it only takes like somebody doing an extra mile or 2 at night to like end that leapfrog process. But I think we're all probably doing about the same mileage, so who knows, we may be around each other for a while. Maybe I'll never see him again, you never know. I'm still on my way back down to the trail. That was a climb up there, but man, it was good water, so I'm thankful for that. I drank a little over a liter, and I'm carrying 4 liters, and here comes the wind. Got a rare moment with not much wind, and I spoke too soon. We've been out in the open on all dirt and gravel roads for at least the last 16 or 17 miles. This wind's beating me up out here in the open. It is 2 o'clock and I'm taking a break. I've done 20.5 already. I mean, these roads are quick moving, but they're hurting my feet. Go figure, right? Right now I'm kind of down in a low spot here under this tree, and it's not too windy, but the wind has been strong, especially out in these big expansive openings that I've been walking through. It's kind of been grueling. Like, you can see so far, it just feels like you're not getting anywhere, even though the miles are racking up. But I'm gonna have a Snickers because I had one of those extra, and sit here for a little bit, let my feet rest, and then keep going. It is 3:45. I've done 24.9 already. The miles are coming easy, but man, you can hear the wind, and it's just out in the middle of the open. It is 5:38. I've not even looked lately. I'm close to 30 miles. I'm trying to find a spot. I finally found this area over here. There's a hill behind me, so it's not as windy. But the ground's pretty rocky and lumpy. I'm going down to the trails. Looks like it's going to go to another dip and some more trees. So I'm going to go, and I'm just hoping to find a perfect tent spot. But it doesn't have to be level, or if I can get out of the wind, that'd be the main thing. Look at that. Found the perfect spot. Tucked all up in these trees here. All right, I am set up. I got a near perfect tent spot. I was actually about to put my tent on the other side of these trees, and I put my pack down, and it wasn't a great spot, but I was just ready to be done. It was like 6 o'clock, and I thought, I'm gonna walk just like 100 feet further and just see. I walked around these trees, and I saw this perfect tent spot like right here. Knock on wood, it's not very windy. I mean, it's windy around, but where I'm at, it's pretty comfortable. So I did 30.8 today. That puts me, I was gonna remember this, 150.6 or point something. It was definitely 150 point something from the end. Also, I'm now like 49 point something from the Grand Canyon South Rim. So, the water situation is what's got me. I got to look at some more here. I've got plenty of good water from earlier that I carried for tonight, but now I went further than I intended. So 0.2 from here in the morning, I've got to do a mile and 1.2 round trip to some water. And it's the only water until tomorrow at for 18 miles or something. And it's not good water. The comments are that it's like green, but filters okay. And it tastes like an old musty basement smells. So that's going to be my water for tomorrow. I've been so lucky on this trail with getting all good, clean water. So tomorrow may be the day. Other than that, today was pretty uneventful. I just didn't film much because of all the wind. So much road walking today. I mean, dirt and gravel roads, but still like just road walking. I'm going to have fettuccine backpacker meal. I already have it rehydrating right now. And then that's pretty much it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to eat a Snickers bar. I'm going to brush my teeth. And I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's drink green water together.